I need it. I'm telling y'all, lock it in.
I need a sports podcast. I need it now.
Yo. What is good, everybody? I Need a Sports Podcast. Back in action. NFL Week 13 recap. Bryce, my dog Kim. Chris will be joining us here in a couple minutes. He had to go pick up some food. And then hopefully Swan joins us a little bit later as he's, getting off work and stuff. But yeah, man. Another NFL week in the books, and we are that much closer to the end of this NFL season, which sounds crazy to say. This week, obviously, Thanksgiving week. So you had the Thanksgiving games for the first time ever. You had the Black Friday game, my Chiefs, in the most frustrating fashion possible, as usual, scraping by with the win. And oh, look, we're already starting early. Another brutal call bailing out the Chiefs. Oh man, beggars can't be choosers, man. I'll say this: it was the right call. The ref who read on the field calling false start, that was the wrong call to make. So I mean, I can't do nothing about that. But the Raiders could not miss 3 kicks in the game. That would help a lot. The center could not have snapped the ball, wrong. O'Connell could have caught the snap at that. But hey, win is a win. I know Eric can't talk about lucky wins this week because I don't know what the hell that ending was to the Chicago game. Matt Eberflus fired, as he should have been probably weeks ago. Last year, really, after last year, he should have been fired. But while we wait for Chris and before we get into this recap, what do you think the Bears do, man? Because I mean, they gotta get this coaching hire right. Like if they don't get this right, you're gonna ruin Caleb Williams' career early. They did this with Justin Fields exactly. They had Matt Nagy, was a horrible coach. Said he, we'll bring him back and we'll think about drafting another rookie quarterback. Then bring him in. Matt Nagy doesn't work out. Now you changing coaches, changing coordinators on your rookie quarterback or second year quarterback. You see how Justin Fields turned out. Now he's gone, and now you literally rinse and repeat with Caleb Williams right now. And for the love of God, I just hope they do not hire Cliff Kingsbury. That you might as well just wrap it up at that point if you go hire Cliff Kingsbury as coach, man. He said my plus 13 happened, but that ML would have been nice. I'm dead. But yeah, who do you think? Who do you think the Bears should go and get?
I don't know. Like I keep saying like the same guy, which the OC from the Lions, but obviously everybody can't get him. So I mean, he's a possibility. What's it called? The Saints OC Kubiak, he's a possibility also. Always can go get somebody from the 49ers or whatever. 49ers tree. So I don't know. Like it could be so many different people. I feel like they'll end up with like a defensive coordinator, like a defensive guy, like Mike Vrabel or somebody like that. So
I wouldn't necessarily be mad at a Mike Vrabel, but that just means you got to nail the offensive coordinator position for. But I think Mike Vrabel would be good for that team. Like he's proven he can win. Now, I'm not saying he could develop a quarterback, but he was winning games with Ryan Tannehill. Yeah, but I mean, I think it was the facility, Emmanuel Acho. He said, "Oh, Cliff Kingsbury," and he backed it up with saying, "Oh, he's already coached. Caleb Williams already been coached under him at USC last year. Yeah, Caleb Williams literally went from a Heisman the year before to his worst year of college with Cliff Kingsbury as his OC, and he backed it up with Kyler Murray. Like we seen the Cardinals struggle year in and year out." And this year, they're in contention with a second-year coach, and they don't even have – there's not even as near as talented as a roster as Cliff Kingsbury is having. Lincoln Riley, no. I was going to say, and it honestly depends. I don't – forgive me if I'm speaking wrong, but I think I don't know if you can buy out an OC contract if they're under contract, But he could either go here or another team, I think, who's going to have a head coaching position open this offseason. Joe Brady from Buffalo Bills, the OC there. He actually, he's the reason that Buffalo Bills offense has been able to like turn things around, after they started off 5-5 last year, and they've been really good ever since, continuing on in this year. That was the OC at LSU back when Joe Burrow had him. So that's one team I think Bengals got to fire Zach Taylor after this year. I think that will happen. Can they get him as a head coach? And if not, what about the Bears? Now, I don't know if this falls under, the stipulation with the whole church thing that Eric told us about with the Chicago Bears organization, but that's who I have my eye on. He seems, have a pretty good grasp on the offensive play calling. I think that would be beneficial for Caleb Williams. I mean, Josh Allen, had the turnovers through 10 games last year, and he looks like a completely different quarterback, even better than when Dayball had him as OC with Brady. So that's what I'm thinking. But we got Chris back as he's over here munching, so we're gonna bring him on and we're gonna get this NFL Week 13 recap.
Muncher.
You thought I was feeling you? No, I'm playing. But
I think he muted, or he might know.
No, he's not muted. He's just quiet. But I was gonna say, I think this is the first time since week 1 that everybody's team on the podcast won their games. I'm almost positive.
Oh, Dallas did win.
Yeah, and it was for the longest. It was Dallas, of course. Then
bro,
we had the one a couple weeks ago when Dallas finally did win.
Bro, so my dad's a Cowboys fan. So
don't tell me he believe him, bro.
Bro, he called me, and he was like, hey man. You know what they say, you know when your pop say, hey man, they about to say some BS. He said, hey man, all I need is 10 wins. If you look, he said, look at the schedule, man. He said they can do it. All you gotta do is beat the Eagles. He said you can do it. They can do it, man.
What do they gain by that? What do they gain? Did you ask him? What do you gain by that? Pops, if you watching this, what do you gain? What do the Cowboys gain by making the playoffs this year?
Nothing at all.
You just gonna get a later draft pick to still get waxed in the first round. That's it.
I said, bro, y'all have 7 losses. That means y'all would literally have to win out because y'all not making it with 8 losses. So y'all would have to go like 10 or 7.
Especially in that NFC.
Yes. And he was like, hey man, we can do it, man. We can do it. I believe.
Said, hey, tell him to start tuning into our podcast instead of Michael Parsons' podcast. There's no way in hell. Oh, Cowboys fans are so delusional, man. Them and A&M fans, they're one and the same. I know we don't talk college football, but if there's any A&M fans watching,
it took y'all 13 years. 13 years. It took us 1 year, and we in the SEC championship. Y'all stink, bro. Y'all stink. That's embarrassing,
bro. How you 13 years bragging about being in the SEC? Don't make the SEC championship title not once, but we're in the SEC. It's more competitive. We're in the best division of football. We're getting all these top recruits. Texas comes in first year, makes it to the SEC championship, but to get there, they walk into your house and literally whoop the shit out of you. The offense did not score a point. If y'all didn't get that lucky ass pick 6, y'all would have got shut out. 4 o'clock Yale practice, the 3rd largest attendance in College Station history. Y'all fucking lost still. Y'all, Texas A&M is they're such losers. All of them.
Losers, bro.
Gig them, take your thumbs, stick it up your ass, howdy, gig them, whatever you want to say. Aggies are garbage, and y'all always will be garbage. Y'all are awful.
Now their fans are like crying and saying like they should go to the Big Ten. It's gonna be same thing. It's gonna be built. It's the same
yes,
it's gonna be built to ass over there.
An average ass football program. Y'all always will be.
They want to be a bigger.
You got male cheerleaders. Crazy. Got weird ass Colt fans. Y'all suck. Like, bro. Like I tried to. I got coworkers that are A&M fans and A&M grads, and they're all getting excited throughout the year. Like, oh, there's a chance. There's a chance, and we can make college football. Y'all couldn't even make it and it's 12 teams getting into the playoffs. That's how bad y'all are. Like, y'all still had a chance to make the SEC championship facing UT, but 2 weeks, y'all, you're not supposed to lose to Auburn every year. Something you beat a team that like Alabama in years past, and then you lose games you're not supposed to. This year, you 8-2 right there, lose to Auburn in overtime. Then you get smacked by UT. You still little brother. You still garbage. You still trash. Texas A&M, it's just laughable at this one. Like them and Cowboys fans always get their hopes up, only to get crushed every single year. Every single year. So, hey man, I just sit back and laugh. But that's the only time in my life I'll ever root for UT. Every time in that game, where I was just rooting and laughing that whole time, because that was just comical. Oh, I guess we cussed too much. Sorry, A&M fans deserve it. Last time, y'all fucking suck. Okay, that's it. That's all I had to say. That's all I had to say. But anyways, into this NFL Week 13 recap, man. Like I said, all our teams won. I'll start off with mine because we played. Well, Chris, actually, you start off, or you still eating because you technically your team played first on Thursday and beat Drew Lock and the Giants.
What's there to talk about? They lucky Daniel Jones wasn't playing because he definitely would have pieced us up again. That's the only reason why I took that spread.
You did cash on that, but I mean, your team is going away from the plan. What happened to tanking, for the draft pick? Now it's we got a chance.
That was my plan. It was never the team's plan.
So hey, y'all keep winning. Jerry not gonna let McCarthy go. Dang.
I know, bro.
Next year y'all be all in again, bro. For real this time.
All in my ass.
32-year-old Dak Prescott off a torn hamstring.
You're not gonna get no better.
30-year-old Ezekiel Elliott. He still got some gas left in the tank.
And there was something about Micah having because we didn't really hear Micah's name all year. You're talking about how that game, he had a good game. He had a couple sacks or tackles for whatever. The Giants, bro, come on. The Giants.
Yeah, man. It's Dallas fans. I mean, Dallas fans like Cam's dad. I don't know what you're exactly rooting for, wishing for, but nothing good will come from you guys making the playoffs. But hey, never give up, according to Micah Parsons. I'm not mad at him for it. Obviously that's what you're supposed to say, but there ain't nothing really to play for them. But as for my Chiefs, my goodness, bro. Like, I don't think what's your left tackle name, Cam? Is that Green?
Or left tackle?
Oh, is Larry Tunsil the left tackle?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is the right tackle? What's him?
That's Titus Howard.
I think William Morris has Titus Howard beat for worst tackle in the league, bro. It is so frustrating. It's so frustrating, dog. It literally got to the point that last time we drove before we kicked the last field goal, we're in the red zone. Mahomes literally told the sideline, pull him out. Like, that's how bad it got.
Dang.
Like, he almost slammed the ball and got a penalty. He was so pissed off. But it's like, bro, it's like his feet are stuck in quicksand. Like, he came off the ball. He didn't even move. The dude just ran right around him, and he just stood there. It's like, bro, what are you doing? If it's not a holding call, it's a missed block. And it's at this point, it's like, I can't even put all the blame on him because Andy and Nagy know that. So why are you not chipping? Like, help him, please, for the love of God. We got people running down the field open, but Mahomes can't get him the ball because in 1.5 seconds, whoever's playing in is right there in his lap every time. And if it's not William Morris, by a miracle of God, God damn it, it's Jawan Taylor that time that gets the penalty. They just flip-flop every time. So, I don't know. It just pisses me off. I literally had a little just for fun parlay that would have hit with Mahomes 2 touchdown passes. Mahomes definitely could have hit some throws better himself, but also getting sacked in the red zone messed that up too. And I was like, bro, this would have been easily cash if the Chiefs would just show up to play. But for now, we got the worst tackle play in the league. Help is on the way. I don't know how good of help it will be, but at this point, it can't.
What happened?
Hello?
Bro, what?
I'm dead.
Bro, it
That boy
said
disappeared, bro. He was like, bloop.
I don't even know what I clicked, but it said it's still live. Well, we're still live on YouTube. What the hell?
Yeah, it says still live on my screen.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay. Okay. It showed me the viewers now. At first, it just said it was us in here. I was like, damn, I done messed it up for real. I think I clicked something on the side of my mouse that messed it up. I'm sorry, y'all. Shoot. I'm controlling the podcast worse than William Morris is blocking the defensive end, goddamn. As I was saying, man, we got the worst tackle play in the league, and literally, it's just like we can't get any deep shots down the field. Worthy, Hopkins, Watts, it don't matter. Like Mahomes literally got 1 second to drop back, and because he's so rattled now, he got happy feet. He not setting his feet to make the throws he should be making, and it's just all going downhill. And we win another game by the skin of our teeth. And for the people who are like, "Oh my God, the refs bailed them out," no, they didn't. They made the correct call. It's a legal shift. It's literally in the rule book. You're supposed to let the play out when it's a legal shift. It wasn't false start. The ref who ran in to call it false start, who no one was paying attention to anyway, that would have been the wrong call to make. So you're saying the refs are bad and rigging it. No, the ref was bad in the wrong way. It wasn't the right call. But regardless, the Raiders missed 3 field goals. If they get that penalty, because everybody's like, oh, if that doesn't happen and they still keep the ball, they win the game. Okay, they're at the 32. It's a 5-yard penalty if it truly is false start. Like, let's just go with that option right now. That means the ball gets moved back to the 37, then they kick the field goal, which would be from 54. Carlson was 0 for 3 from 50 plus the whole game, and y'all just think it's a given he was gonna make it now all of a sudden? Like, God, like, I get it if it was like, a team just played perfect and then they got robbed by a ref call. These teams are in every position to win the game on their own and they can't do it. So nobody's rigging it. Nobody's getting lucky. That's the failure on the Raiders' part. Like, damn, make a field goal. That's all you had to do. Shit, we got our literally our third kicker of the year in. He made all his field goals. So I don't know what to tell you, but fans, like I said, we got the NFL fans basically going crazy now, like grown ass men crying every single week. Not to mention the same call happened in the Atlanta Chargers game in favor of the Chargers. Nobody's gonna talk about it. Getting lucky at the end of the games. You see what happened with Chicago. I still don't know what the hell they were doing. Why didn't it just burn the timeout? Nobody's gonna talk about it. Something happens in the Chiefs game. Oh, here goes the league. Rigging it for Taylor Swift and those Midwestern, market Chiefs. Everybody got money on the Chiefs. Well, man, if we got it rigged, man, go bet money on us to win every damn game. Go bet money on us to win the Super Bowl. Why you even fight it if it's rigged at this point? I would profit off of it if I was you, but hey. So we win 1917 in the first Black Friday game. Also, I hate the NFL doing that stuff. I was calling around trying to see if I could go somewhere to watch the game. Oh, we're not having the game because it's on Prime Video and all these places got cable TV. Like, what are we doing, bro? We're losing recipes, dog. Like, we can't just be streaming every damn important NFL game. Like, you literally pricing out regular fans and then wondering why, oh, viewership has problems. That's why. Ain't nobody trying to pay $5 here, $10 here, so we can watch one week of football because you want to sell your soul to all these different networks and stuff, man. It's ridiculous. But that being said, that's enough for my Chiefs rant. Now we'll get into some more stuff on LJ's ladder later. But Kev, finish it off with your Texas man, which got a lot to talk about. And I'm sure I know probably some of what you want to say, and we can kind of segue into that as well if you would like once you're done. So
Yeah, I'll save it for when we talk about it, or if you want to, like you said, just segue
you
into
want to
it.
hop right into it?
I mean, we can. It's whatever. But yeah, another close game. I figured this was gonna be like a closer game than what it should have been. I mean, because first half, like first quarter, whatever, Like it was a pretty much slow game, and then the second quarter kind of like picked up a little bit. Um, Offense got into field goal range a couple of times. Kaimi knocked him down first half. In the second half, we didn't score. Well, we didn't score. We didn't have a touchdown in the first half, offensive wise. The second half, we had two, which was a good sign to see whatever. But defense let Mac Jones do whatever. But I don't even want to talk about all that. Like I really don't even want. I want to talk about this. This is what I like. This is what has been on my mind for the past since Sunday. This is what's been on my mind. And first of all, I want to say this was a QB designed run play on a second and 7. We have to. Okay, it's hard enough for defenders to play defense nowadays. And now we're expecting them to make split decision.
Split second decision.
Split second decision. God dang, man. I know I can't talk. But yeah, so like
sorry.
I get what you said. Like
it's okay. So he's out of the pocket now. He's unprotected. Look at him. He's trying to gain an extra or 2 yards.
Yeah.
By doing the little fake. It's not like a fake slide, but like
he just know he knew he needed 2 extra yards for the first down for real before he slid, and he tried to get him.
And he slid late. He slid late, and he tried to abuse the rule, which a lot of these quarterbacks are doing. We've seen it with Josh Allen. We've seen it with like all these other quarterbacks that are doing it nowadays. And it's BS. It's BS. You slide late, I should be able to take your fucking head off. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm sorry. And look. I know it's no place for like honestly, in my opinion, it wasn't really like a dirty hit because he put his forearm in like Buddy's like chest / like shoulder area. So it was like right here. It wasn't really like his neck area, like how they really like everybody's saying. His momentum kind of went down to to his neck area, but it was the initial contact was his shoulder.
It would have been his chest or shoulder if he not slide.
That's what I'm saying. And so, look, man, he's an unprotected runner at that point. Once he's outside the pocket, they literally made eye contact. He's seen Aziz standing there, and he still tried to gain an extra or 2 yards, and he slid late. And for like the NFL PA to come out and like try to attack Aziz's character and saying like there's no place like this in the NFL. There's he shouldn't be hitting like this and that, blah blah blah. And then people online talking about they bring it up like how him being a Muslim plays a part in this, and he should be kicked out the league. He should this and that. Man. Fuck all that, man. Fuck all that, and it's tough that it had to happen to Aziz, but hey, man, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Okay, I feel like it's one of them rare situations where it's like both sides right. Like, yeah, it was dirty because his forearm hit his head, but at the same time, what is he supposed to do? Like, for one, let's just start with the Aziz Shair because they're talking about his character. Dude plays middle linebacker. Any goated middle linebacker, they got a little crazy to him. Ray Lewis murdered a man, okay? Like, what are we talking about here? Roquan Smith is crazy. Like, think about every goated linebacker in the NFL. They had a few screws loose. That's how they gotta be. Every team has got one of those guys that just ready to do whatever it takes to win. So in his past, yeah, he's got a record of doing some shady things. But given the nature of the sport, given the nature of his position, like it's what comes with it. So in this one, I don't think he was trying to literally take out Trevor Lawrence. But if y'all remember earlier in the year, I know you'll remember it for sure, Ken. Remember, y'all played Chicago. What was that, week 2 Sunday night or week 3?
Yeah,
Caleb Williams was lollygagging up the sidelines, but he was still in bounds. Aziz hit his ass.
Popped him, yeah.
And Chicago players got mad, but he was really in bounds. Aziz gonna play through the whistle. That's what you were taught to do. Yes, all these new rules are trying to, make it safer. I get it. Everybody wants that. We don't want these type of head injuries. But he's a dude who gonna play through the whistle, and that's what you want from your players. We gotta keep a buck. That's what you want. Play through the whistle. He sees Trevor Lawrence trying to get a few extra yards. He not just sliding right away. Like, look, this is where Trevor Lawrence initiates his slide. You could already see he's already initiating to launch himself. Like, literally, they are moving in tandem. Like you said, they lock eyes. They are mano a mano. Trevor Lawrence chooses to then slide late. So, yeah, Aziz going in, that would have been contact with his chest. But since he slides down, his head is now lower. And it's not even the contact with the head that knocked out Trevor Lawrence, y'all.
He banged his head. Bro.
He banged his head on the ground. Like, that's just unfortunate. Like, yes, it sucks that it happened. It is a bad hit. But this is football. This is what comes with it. This is what these players are signed up for. This is why Trevor Lawrence held out and got $250 million this season. So if anything happened to him, he's still set for life. And another thing for people who don't know, he went into the posturing, concussion pose. That's really why people are in outrage. Because
that's really why people is in outrage.
That doesn't even have anything to do with the severity of a concussion. Doctors have literally said that. It's just the way some people's bodies react to the blunt force trauma. Look at Tua. His ass still in the league with no protection either. He don't even want to wear the little helmet thing. His ass still here, and he postured every time he hit his head. So it's like, bro, this sport is gonna be soft as hell if y'all don't get it together.
It's crazy.
It's truly gonna become the soft. Like, look at this. Like, okay, he's like, oh, he should slide right here.
He should slide right there.
Right here, he sees it. He should slide right here. But he's like, no, let me get a couple.
Let me get a little bit more, bro.
Because he's trying to get the first down. So, yeah, okay. I'm not mad at if you're going to get the first down. But if that's the case, you dive head first.
You dive head first, yeah.
Like, that's what it's got to be. And Tom Brady even talked about it today on Colin Cowherd's show. Quarterbacks got to protect themselves, too, at the end of the day. He said he had to learn how to slide correctly. There's certain instances where, yes, you slide feet first. Because when you slide feet first, you automatically give yourself up at the moment you start to slide, not where you end up. That's where they mark the ball. Trevor Lawrence is trying to get this first down. So he knows whenever he initiates this slide, that's where he's going to be down. So he's trying to get as close as possible. So if that's going to be the case, then you can't get mad at the defender who's trying to play it slow. But it's like, okay, you're going to keep running. I got to hit you, or because you're not going to stop. Clearly, you're just going to keep going. And now he slides. It's too late. It's too late. And yes, it looks bad. It's a brutal play. It's fucking football.
Yeah, it's a barbaric sport, you idiots. It's a barbaric sport.
Like, America gonna sit up here and act like that's not why they love this game. For the violence. If they didn't like this, we would have been put flags on everybody. Like, obviously, nobody's cheering on Aziz injuring Trevor Lawrence. Nobody wants to see this happen in a game, but it's football. People get hurt every week. I was at the Bayou Classic this weekend. Kid literally got knocked out and had to get taken off on a stretcher.
I saw that, bro. That was
it's football, and it wasn't even a bad hit either. They just ran into each other. Like, it is football. By the nature of the sport, stuff like this will happen. So for people to be like, oh, he needs to get kicked out of the league. This is Bush League. And a 3-game suspension, dog.
Crazy. That was outrageous.
Especially when he has no prior suspensions related to events like this.
He had one fine ever. He had one fine.
Kareem Jackson has had like 7 separate fines for hits to the head. Never got a 3-game suspension. All of a sudden, this 3-game suspension out the blue, especially given the fact from the NFLPA, it's coming from John Runyon. I don't know if y'all ever watched John Runyon back in the day for the Eagles. He was one of the dirtiest linemen in the league. And he gonna write up that BS statement talking about how the league doesn't stand for this, and partially to the suspensions because after the fact, they they said Shair didn't care for, uphold the letter of the league. This is what the league stands for. We're all the fraternity. Dog, credit to Jacksonville. Yeah, your teammates stand up for you. What do you want Shair to do when he literally, as soon as it happens, Ingram is there to pile drive him, and the whole team jumps him. So you just want him to take it? You gonna get mad at him for reacting to that too? Like, come on, dog. It don't make sense. So yeah, it was a bad hit. But at the same time, he was put in a terrible position. And you can't keep putting these defenders in these positions when this game is literally full speed.
Yeah.
It was 2nd and 7. Trevor Lawrence didn't even need the first down right there, technically. He could have slid way earlier. You see a 250-pound linebacker lining up with you, slide.
And
don't try to go get the first.
And it's not like Trevor's a small guy. Trevor's fucking like 6'6", 2 something, bro. Like, so it's like, come on, man. But you know what the like the little slide reminds me of? It really reminds me of like foul baiting in basketball, like pretty much like baiting you to like, yeah, come pretty much come hit me because like once I slide, like I'm defenseless. Now you can't hide, like you can't hit me. It like I don't know, like it kind of reminds me of that of basketball too. Like,
it's like it almost has to be like a new stipulation in the rule. Like, if you're gonna slide feet first, you gotta slide early. Like, you have to. Unless you're genuinely trying to pick up as much yards as possible, whether that be getting to the first down marker, getting to the end zone, wherever you're trying to get to, dive head first in. That's what it's gotta be.
Or quarterbacks shouldn't be fucking treated differently from every fucking body else. Who cares that they get paid the most? Who cares that they're more? No, they're in the same sport as all these other guys. If they don't want to get hit, throw the ball out of bounds or dive first. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And everybody was like, what if that was CJ? If that was CJ doing that dumbass shit, sliding late, I would be saying this. Yes, I'd be saying the same exact stuff. Yes, I'm sorry. I would. But guess what? CJ is smarter than that. CJ has been in situations like that. He's not going to slide late. He's seen Roquan coming at him one time. Well, you know what CJ did? Ran out of bounds. He's not testing that, bro. Like, ran out of bounds, bro. Like, be smarter than that. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, this could have been avoided, but it's just like, dog, and it just shows like half these people that be commenting on there, because one of the problems is, especially on Elon's Twitter or X, I'm still not calling it that mess. Everybody gets to share their own opinion freely. But just because you can share your own opinion, just because we got free speech, don't mean you should share everything you say. Because some of y'all real life be stupid. And it truly shows that y'all never played football in your life. You are going full speed 100%. When you launch, just the physics of it. Like, watch again for this slow-mo, dog. Like, look at him. When he finally slides, he's already off one leg. So he's already jumping himself forward to meet Lawrence. So what do you want him to do? Just all of a sudden, like Superman?
Now, can I say
and possibly
something?
hurt himself?
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Like, keep playing play the rest. So, yes, he would have hit Trevor in his chest. It's so I don't think the dirty hit thing with like the forearm to the face, whatever. I feel like that's kind of null and void with this one because I believe there's another rule where it's like if you're going to tackle somebody and they decide to lower their shoulder and y'all go helmet to helmet, it's not a helmet to helmet unnecessary roughness call. It's that person lowered their head after you. So I don't know why people are saying that, but I will say it does look like even though he did see Trevor going down, he still aimed right. Like I think it was I wouldn't say it's very easy. I think Trevor still would have got clipped a little bit, but I feel like look at that. Like there is a follow through on the push. Like now, I also will say I'm not mad at Aziz for it because I don't think the league has set them up to succeed anyway. I agree with Cam wholeheartedly. Get rid of the slide altogether. Like if you're a quarterback, technically your job is to throw the damn ball. You want to be a mobile running quarterback? Well, you got to get treated like anybody else is out in the field being mobile and running around. I agree with that wholeheartedly. I feel bad for Aziz because he does have the history, and it happened to Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
Had it happened to Dak Prescott, had it happened to Jordan Love, like I don't think nobody really cared
Nobody
all
would
that
care.
much. But yeah, it happened to Trevor Lawrence, who was supposed to be the league's next Justin Herbert at some point, and that didn't work out. So he moved to Justin Herbert. Now it's him, and he has a dirty history. So it it's unfair for him. I can see why they tried to make him an example because when you look at it like this, it does look. Though yes, he is. Look, he's floating right there, but yeah, Superman.
Yeah.
Honestly, at
I
that
hear
point,
you.
like
That's what I said. I
honestly,
think the forearm, like, yeah,
the
it's
forearm looks
bad.
bad. He
It's bad.
literally could have
Bro,
Superman
But
and
also
still made the
because
that
same hit, and it
angle.
wouldn't have been a big deal.
but hold on, let me ask this because just speaking from physics wise, so like say right here because he's already off his feet too.
But it's not right
Say
here where it happens.
well, I know I'm saying, but say he does Superman, given his momentum and trajectory right now,
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
he's still gonna
The
connect and
same
land
hit.
on
That's what I
Lawrence,
just said. That's exactly what I just said. The same
and
hit
that's
would
why
have
I'm
happened.
saying,
It's the look of the forearm. I'm
oh
not
yeah,
saying it's the action of him doing it because you can't stop that. But the look of the forearm, the follow through push after he finishes it, it does not look good.
yeah, but that's what I'm
Literally, that hit,
saying.
he could have made that same hit with his butt, and it wouldn't have looked that bad. Like he could have went backwards, same force, same everything. It just looked worse. It's like I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
know. I
saying
can't
it
explain
looked
it.
bad, but I'm saying regardless, Trevor Lawrence's head was gonna be making contact with the earth.
Yes, I'm
With the
not
contact.
disagreeing with
No, I'm
at
not saying
all.
that. I'm saying
Okay.
for the people mad about it. I'm saying like
Oh,
at any point you can get a concussion when that happens. That's literally football. That's what happens when you put yourself out there to run like that. And
yeah.
that's why I'm saying like if you're going to slide feet first, you have to be proactive in doing that. No
I
pushing
mean,
it to the
yeah.
edge every time, unless you're gonna dive head first. Then dive because if you that's another like if
Dive
they
head
dive.
first is even worse.
Well, no, because if
Their
you dive
protection
at
is
some
more
if you
than that.
dive at
So.
someone's feet, they have to jump over you or
Jump over
try to
you.
avoid you.
Yeah, but what if somebody launching like Aziz was and you decided to dive head first?
You
You
better
break your
be
neck.
first to the ground, lower.
Nah, you better hope you first to the ground. Don't say that, because then the Jaguar people will be like, "Well, technically, Trevor Lawrence is
Well,
already on the
well,
ground."
that's what we're saying. Then it becomes literally like almost essentially have to make a rule: quarterbacks can't run then because they're the only ones who are get protected like
That's
this.
that's you don't got to make that rule. You just get rid of the rule that we have in place right now, which is that they're when they do the slide, they can't be touched. It's automatic down. Like that's BS. It should be if you decide to come out that pocket, if you run a play where it is designed that you are technically a running back, you are susceptible to all the consequences anybody else with the ball would have. Like that just is. And
Yeah,
quarterbacks, I guarantee you, they will not do that no more.
that's what we saying though. That
They're
Yeah,
not.
they won't
but
run, but that's it's like we either playing flag football at this point, or is a rule they can't run because the league's whole premise is protecting the
well,
quarterbacks.
technically,
That's
we
the
are
money
playing flag
makers.
football. That's what I'm saying. This rule does not help. It doesn't help the game at all. That this is flag football. If that's what you want, that's what it's going to be. And I think they're going to look back. I think in the offseason, they're going to look back. I'm praying they will do something. Because I understand they want to protect the player. Like Tua, I'm sure, like media image wise, PR wise, it does not look good for NFL. Like it looks horrible. It looks really bad for them.
Yeah, because
And
he
then for
did it
this
to
to
the
happen to Sunshine, like they're gonna throw it. They're gonna have a whole little uproar. But I will say I don't think it mattered. Like you just said, Bryce. I don't think it mattered how Aziz would have hit him, whether it been the forearm or
well,
not.
just
I think he would have got hurt. He would have got hurt on this play regardless.
he was gonna meet contact with his head at every point, no matter
Even
what.
if it wasn't
Nobody
hard
hit him.
contact, I think Aziz would have landed right on his
Well,
helmet
yeah,
and pushed his helmet in the
that's what I was
ground
saying. The
anyway.
trajectory of Aziz already coming off his feet, he was gonna land on Trevor, and his head was gonna be sandwiched either way.
Yeah.
Now, will it
So
Now,
resort and that concussion? Maybe not, but
yeah,
that's the position you put them
shoot,
in.
it probably could. Aziz,
Yeah.
that's a big dude. He fill out them shoulder
But
pads.
I'm gonna say one more thing, and then I'll let you go, Cam. The other thing though is I literally see every single week because everybody swears up and down Patrick Mahomes fake slides or fake runs out of bounds. Every week, people get on Twitter and say They should just light his ass up. That'll teach him to never do that shit again. Well, here's a linebacker doing that shit, and now all of a sudden y'all want to kick out the league. So which one is it? That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all grown men.
Well, I think for this one is different than that one's different than the one that Pat did, and the only reason it's different for the one that Pat did is because Pat was still. I'm not talking about the out of bounds play. I'm not talking about because just like Azeez.
I'm saying the idea of they want defenders.
No,
like,
it is different. It is different. That's what we're disagreeing.
The theme is that fans saying like if these quarterbacks aren't gonna. If they're gonna slide late or fake, like we're saying, Trevor, he was trying to run for first down a little bit when he should have slid. Everybody's premise is the defenders need to take it upon themselves to knock these quarterbacks out so they learn a lesson.
Yes, I
quarterback
understand
just
that
got
part.
knocked out, and now
I'm telling you that this situation, I can see why people flip sides because the difference between Mahomes and Trevor was that Mahomes was still upright, and he made more play, like he got more yards, and that's not the first time he had done it. Because people will talk about the fake out of bounds, they'll talk about that, like how he looked like he was going out, then he hopped back in. Like those things, I can see it being an uproar. But at the same time, I'm not mad at it because it's not a rule against it. If anything, there's a rule for it, and that's why I disagree with all of it. If you have the ball within them 4 lines, you are susceptible to getting a concussion. Like it is what it is. I don't even know why this is a rule.
But this is what I'm saying. I know it's not the exact same, but the premise and idea of it is same. Right here, Trevor should have slid. You see, he's trying to go, but he's like, let me get a couple more steps and then go. Like, there's no point in that.
I'll agree with the premise, but if you're gonna argue premise, you arguing with a brick wall because nobody's gonna agree with you. Like not us, but like the people that you complaining about online.
I just want all these grown ass men crying to know they some dumbasses. That's all I care.
They not gonna get that though, because if you gotta explain the premise, they not gonna even get that. That's why I started talking about the difference between, because if you argue premise, I agree with that. I'm just talking about visually, them people not gonna understand that they arguing 2 different sides of the same argument. They're not gonna get that. They're not gonna get that condescending themselves. So that's why I said all that.
But it's just like you're literally putting it on defenders, the responsibility to not only, still be making football plays for their team, but also protect
the
offensive player. Instead of the offensive player, hey, protect yourself.
Yeah, hell no. Yeah.
Because I hope they get rid of that. I guarantee you one day, and I'm sure it's probably happened before. I just don't have it on the top of my mind. But one day, a situation like this will happen again, but the defender is going to try to take themselves out of it to protect the player, and they're going to injure themselves. And then all defenders will be in the upward like, well, what the hell do you want us to do? Because now we injured ourselves and our livelihood is on the line because we got to protect the offensive player.
What about the day where it's like Super Bowl, goal line, 1 yard, do a sweep with the quarterback, and he looked like he finna give himself up, so the defender jumps over him, touchdown, no time left. Boy.
God forbid it be the Chiefs. Twitter will break down crying for real. So
what's called? I was gonna say, do y'all think? Well, me personally, I don't think it was a dirty hit because I think if he would have led with the crown of his helmet, then that would have been a dirty hit. But I don't think this was a dirty hit. But do y'all think was it a dirty hit to y'all?
So Bryce, play it again.
I think it was a bit dirty, just because it's like. Okay, I know it's very hard. I'm not saying he could have done it.
Exactly.
But he could have looked like he made it up. Like he didn't even look like he tried to let up. But I'm not faulting him for that. Because again, he slid late.
Yeah, he slid late. But look, Bryce, run it back, Bryce. Run it back. Run it back, Bryce.
God damn, man.
Like, so look where his forearm is at. Pause it. Oh, okay. Cool. I was gonna say
from this angle is bad.
It makes so like right there. Even if the forearm wasn't in front of him, Trevor Lawrence is getting all of that shoulder pad. Like he's getting all of that. That shoulder pad is going in his jaw, no doubt about it. So he could have put the forearm up. Like I said, Trevor Lawrence was still going to be hurt at the end of this play, regardless, because he decided to slide late.
And that's what I'm saying. Like everybody's like, he could have let up. It's like, bro, this is a what is Shire? He probably 6'1", 250.
Yeah, like 6'1", yeah.
You're expecting this man in full pads. You expecting this man at full speed in football pads and a helmet to all of a sudden off one leg when he's already made the initial jump to launch to all of a sudden you basically want him to be the best acrobat in the world. Flip over,
Yeah,
dude.
like stop your momentum automatically. Yeah, it's not.
Automatically.
Bro, people have rant. You know, you racing, you running down the street. You don't just stop when you cross the finish line. You run it out because you had so much momentum and inertia that you couldn't just stop. You would tear your ACL if you did that.
Man, majority of these fat ass people complaining
Don't
online
run.
couldn't even
They don't
stop
even run.
themselves if they tripped over their own foot. Yeah, they don't run. They don't run. Like,
Yeah,
man,
maybe that's the problem, bro. They don't understand that part.
it's a dude right now with a Big Mac in his hands watching this. Like, man, y'all are wrong.
A chicken Big Mac, bro. Not even they trying to chicken
Dude,
Big.
about 275. If he tripped over his own shoelace, there's nothing he could do to stop himself and alter the way he falls. Like, and you expecting this man in the heat of battle to just all of a sudden do some taekwondo flip and flip over Trevor Lawrence and not effective? Because, like you said, just based off of simple physics, looking at this, if he removes the forearm, he's still hitting him.
Yeah, he's still getting clocked.
Is it?
It may be helmet to helmet and the shoulder
Yeah.
It
pad.
might be worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might
That's
be
what
worse.
that's why I was like, bro, like if he led with the crown of his helmet, bro, then okay, that's dirty. But he literally
Like he really was
hit
probably
him the safest way possible. Pretty much safest way possible.
You know, like when you falling into somebody, you using your arms instead of just putting your whole body weight on them. Like maybe that's what the forearm. I don't know. The forearm could have been that.
Like,
it just was weird because it
bro,
went like that.
Imagine if he would use like his hands. If he would have used like his hands and pushed him down, it would have been 10 times worse than him using like his forearm. Because if he used his hands and he's going like pretty much like gonna slam him to the ground like that.
No, because if you use your hands, your joints gonna give a little bit. Forearm, bro. You be seeing them UFC fighters get hit in the face with an elbow. Like that's like one of the hardest. That's like one of the hardest hits ever, bro. Oh, that looks so bad.
This guy like that.
And it's like full speed, it looks awful. But it's like, bro,
that looks. But that's what, horrible.
As fast as that looks, you're expecting someone to make a decision like that. And it's just like, bro, you can't keep putting defenders in this situation. It got to be better. And that's what I'm saying. Like, quarterbacks got to start, like, if they are going to run, they have to be runners. And this whole, if they're going to slide before, it's got to be way before.
Yep.
If not, then you have to be suspect or subject to all the contact you finna get. These men are 250 pounds going 4.5 speed. That's not easy to just stop.
Brady on our Tom Brady on our side too. Tom Brady that ass said quarterbacks has to protect themselves a little bit more better, and he slid late, and he defended Aziz. So look,
and
the goal on our side, man.
He told a story about how he had to learn how to slide. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I don't disagree with Tom Brady at all.
And that's why I'm saying it truly is both sides right. Because like I see what you're saying, the forearm, it just looks bad, and it just
looks bad.
It's like don't use your forearm, but it's like at the same time, I don't know how much more he could have done, and I don't know how much more it would have helped because it was just a collision waiting to happen, and that is football. Like,
so.
We'll never be able to eliminate all concussions from the league.
Absolutely.
It's just going
I ain't gonna lie. Like when I was watching it live, I was like, "Oh, he's getting." He's getting suspended. I
for sure thought he get, but 3 games, dog.
Three games was a little.
3 games a bit egregious. Do y'all think there would have been the same amount of uproar had the NFL not come out and said anything?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure would have been a major.
Like if they were just like, it just happened. Like
they just got sued in off season.
I'm telling you, the only way, this is really no bias speaking, the only way there would have been no real uproar is if this happened to Mahomes. Because there would have been a good portion of people like, well, that's what he gets for all those times.
Hell no. Y'all would have started the uproar.
Well, I'm saying all other fan bases would have been, oh, he kind of deserves this. He should have slid.
I think if he would have just popped up and not have like the whole tour thing, if he would just popped up and
we're just a little dizzy or something,
and it would have been like I'm okay, and like none of the fight would have broke out, none none of this would have been happening right now.
So I think we all agree
People-
that visually this play looks bad.
Oh,
We
yeah,
don't
it looks
agree that
terrible.
the play. Yeah.
Full speed,
Yeah.
like look at full speed. This shit looks horrible.
Oh yeah. Bam.
He popped that motherfucker.
Like how his head get there that fast?
He popped
It's like it was there and then it was there, just like in a blink.
But then my other problem is part of the suspension is because of what ensued afterwards. Both sides were right at that point.
Yeah,
Yes,
I don't get.
Jacksonville players, defend your quarterback. That is what you're supposed to do. Shire is getting jumped. So do you not want him to fight back?
He's defending himself.
He defended himself.
He's getting jumped right now, bro. Like
Bro,
he's
get
defending
stoned,
himself.
so we know you felt bad
Like
about it.
I think people genuinely be forgetting, and some people don't play football either. This sport is violent. Like, yeah, we can be friends off the field, but within the lines, it is violent. It's literally violent by nature. Look at this weekend and just football in general. Did you see all the brawls in college?
Yeah.
It's a
Bro,
bunch
that
of
was crazy.
it's a bunch of men. Let's be honest. Most of them, if they're not roided up, they are on all types of testosterone and energy, supplements and stuff to be boosted and ready to go for football time. Look at it. He literally pile drives him right back. Like that could have gave Shire a concussion. Ingram hitting him like that, unsuspected, into the ground. And then here comes 3 more Jaguars jumping. Now we're fighting.
Now we fighting.
That's what's supposed to happen. But if that's the case, then the other players have to be suspended too.
Mm-hmm. Bro, I got an argument with somebody. Dude was like, "Bro, this is a child sport." I said, "Bro,
This
what
is
the
not no
fuck?
damn child sport.
he said kids play this game just like basketball, just like baseball. Kids play this sport. This is a child.
That'd be them
sport.
same people. That'd be them same people that be letting their kids watch these streamers, and then when the streamers do something adult, then the people be like, "Why are you doing that? Like your audience is kids." Like, bro, they never said that this was for kids, bro. This is for adults. You allow your children to watch this weird stuff. That's on you.
Exactly, bro. You allow your kids to play football, bro. Like,
put your kids in tennis or golf, man.
I'm sorry. This is football is a barbaric sport, man.
Yeah, it's a scary sport.
Americans like it because these motherfuckers are hitting each other at full speed. Like
America likes it because America loves violence. I don't know why we sitting up here sugarcoating that. Everybody and their mama knows that, whether anybody wants to say it or not. America loves violence.
Yeah, and now that
this
everybody
is the number one sport and will always be the number one sport in America.
Everybody's sensitive now, so everybody's starting to feel guilty for liking it. So they got to be on the right side of the argument. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Bro, Bryce, going back to the week 2 thing with Aziz popping Caleb, whatever. D'Amico came out after that week and pretty much saying this is what you should expect out of the Texans defense. You're going to get hit. I'm sorry, you're going to get hit. And there's literally videos of like guys on our team popping up, like Jalen Petrie. He pops up like this is what we do, bro. Like we hit motherfuckers hard, bro. Like
that's what I'm saying. And Shire is literally the one player. Like I'm telling you, every team on the defense has that one guy that will run through a brick wall, and they don't care if it kills them. Everybody's got one. On the Eagles, it's Gardner Johnson.
Do we
Texas,
got one?
It's Shire. Y'all used to have one. What was his name? Vander Esch.
Vander Esch, boy, I love that boy.
Every time.
No, hey, Overstone kind of taking up for that, bro. Overstone kind of
back
taking
in
up
the
for that.
day, back in the day for Texas, it was Brian Cushing.
Yeah, and that's who he reminded me of. Like he reminded me of like a black Brian. He's crazy. Like he
Brian
really
Cushing,
crazy,
bro. He headbutt a dude with a helmet.
Everybody got like that. Literally, I feel like again another truth people don't want to say out loud right now. We're not gonna sit up here and act like one of the key components to being a great defender or playing defense in the NFL, you have to be a little crazy. Because you're literally going out there damn near killing yourself every play.
You pretty much.
You have to hit somebody every play.
Every play. As hard as you can.
It's hard.
So they don't do it again.
And they're not going to openly say it, but they honestly trying to kill the quarterback. Like they're not going to say it.
There's no way you're going to have that drive consistently without having that thought.
That's what I'm saying. And I'm not trying to be biased, but obviously, I watch every single Chiefs game every single second. Literally this week, there was a play where Mahomes threw the ball, fell down. He was on the ground for a solid 2 seconds. and Matt Crosby just ran and jumped on top of him. Just to be annoying, because that's what defenders do.
That's what they do, bro.
Just rough them up a bit. Like, hey, I hope this hurts you a little bit. I'm not trying to kill you, but I want to hurt you.
I want to hurt you.
All the violent sports are like that, bro. Fighting is
they
like
do.
that. Boxing like that. Hockey's like that.
Hockey like
The
that.
UFC, they literally have to go in there and fight for their lives. Like, it's no just let's just. It's a game. Like, you gotta literally fight like you finna die. Like, you fight for your life.
So I'm like,
That's
bro,
what it used to be too.
We're not gonna act like this isn't how the sport is supposed to be played. Like, yes, we're trying to take away the obvious. Like, don't lead with the head. Don't target players. Like, when you clearly can withhold yourself from doing so.
Cheap shots and
But there's
shit.
still gonna be bang bang plays like this.
I just hate seeing like guys like Ryan Clark coming out and saying
That's no,
Yeah, because he got about 3 hits on a highlight film on
that
YouTube.
man gonna have CTE in another 10 years, guaranteed. The way he
Yeah.
played football.
Ron Clark, he had the big
Ryan
shoulder.
Clark coming out saying this dumbass shit. I was pissed when
Yeah.
Ryan Clark said that.
Like, he
I said, if
literally
anybody
killed
starts saying
himself
Ryan
and the
Clark-
other player, bro. Like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah,
That
that's
is
no
what
good.
that is literally what they do. So yes, that's what I'm saying. It is both sides right. Like, yes, it's a bad hit given the forearm thing. It's a bad hit given he got a concussion. But at the same time, that is going to happen in football, and it is going to happen, especially with the way things are right now. When you can't have the defender trying to make a play while also protect the offensive guy. They're never going to be perfect at that. Especially in a game like football, where it's literally milliseconds that can make a difference. Like, I want like any viewer out there that disagrees with me right now or disagrees with what we're saying, I want you to go outside in front of your house, apartment, whatever you say. I'm assuming it's a brick or concrete wall. I want you to back up 7 steps and then sprint towards that brick wall. And on the last step, try to stop yourself without hitting the wall.
You gotta dive on that last step too. You gotta dive.
Yeah, and see what happens. And when you come back with a concussion, come talk to me, bro. That's what you expect. That's basically what you asking them to do.
Hey man, this is gonna be one dummy to actually do.
Like,
that
when you
shit.
put it like that, it sounds
Crazy.
stupid as hell, doesn't it? But that's
That's
exactly what we talking about.
Crazy.
Like,
Yeah.
come on, bro.
Yeah, most people play chicken. But if you got the mindset you gotta kill somebody, you don't think about chicken. You just go and do it.
It's going,
It's
bro.
crazy.
And then
bro.
throw on top of the fact a lot of these defenders got a loose screw already, and they want to hurt you. Yeah, Shair not thinking right there. Oh, I'm gonna
Yeah.
protect Trevor Lawrence. Oh,
No, I'm
Trevor
trying to
Lawrence.
kill this-
Trevor Lawrence is running for first down, and he's not sliding. I'ma kill him. And then in the midst of killing him,
You're a robot.
oh shit, he slid. I'm already here. Like, what? Come on, bro. What?
I never really thought about that. Like a lot of these like linebackers, not even just linebackers, but everybody on defense, like you gotta be a little crazy to like play.
Yeah, something wrong with them,
Exactly. And the thing is, like, and we can end it here because we talked about it long enough. But like, throw it back to Tua this year when he got the concussion. Okay, so we're gonna
Which one?
penalize. He only got one this year.
Oh, I thought he died. Oh no, he could have got a second when he dived into that dude once he came back.
Yeah, the one versus DeMar Hamlin in week 2, I think it was, or week 3. But we're gonna penalize defenders for doing this type of stuff. Chris, you go.
I was sorry, bro. It's like you either die a hero or you live long enough to be the villain, bro. That's crazy.
But okay, we're gonna penalize defenders, because they're making forcible contact with the head. It caused a concussion, suspension, fine, all that. Tua's concussion this year was his own fault because he led with his head. So does Tua deserve to be suspended and fined? Because he could have injured Hamlin. And God forbid Hamlin would have went out. I'm just not trying to be funny for real. But like, imagine if that collision would have knocked both of them out.
Ooh, one would have damn near died. The other one would.
Like, that's what I'm saying. But it's
blocked.
football.
Don't know gang sign.
Like, obviously, prayers go out to Trevor Lawrence. He seems to be okay. He's gonna recover. It's football. I hate that it happened. Obviously, we don't want this to happen, but this is what comes with the sport. It's going to happen, y'all. Shair does not deserve to get kicked out of the league for this shit. There's been so many worse hits of players that didn't even get suspended or fined. And y'all want to kick him out the league for this? Like, come on, man. That's the problem. That's the problem with
Get him the
America.
hell out of here, bro.
There's no middle ground no more. It's extreme one way or extreme the other. Like, there's no room to meet in the
We
middle
don't got
anymore.
no room for his kind. I said it.
Oh my
Ow.
god, I'm dead. But yeah, man, this it is ridiculous. But yeah,
We talked about that for like 30 minutes.
we thought
We talking about that for a long time.
no, it is what we had to, man. We had to because this. I just can't believe people really up in arms about this to the extent they are. Like, okay, yeah, bad hit. You deserve to be suspended one game. Fine him a game check. Cool. 3-game suspension, dog. Like, there's no precedent set for that.
That's the playoffs, huh?
Nah, he'll be
No,
out.
I'm lying.
He'll
I'm
be out
tripping.
to the end of December, basically.
What
But
we in
still,
week? We in week 14.
He appealed it,
into
though.
week 14. Yeah,
He appealed it.
he should honestly get it shortened. And if it doesn't, bruh, at that if that's the case, every concussion given out and it's a penalty and it's a bad hit, like not even like that, but like any penalty like that against a player, everybody minimum 3-game suspension. That's what you got. That's what you setting the standard for. Because the NFL ain't set no standards for none of this stuff. But all of a sudden, they
except
want
for Tua, because Tua concussions be his fault.
And our GM came out. He was pissed.
yeah,
Like today, he was
pissed too.
He was pissed. He was like
McNair?
he was no. GM Nick Casario. He pretty much was saying like other teams not gonna come out and say it, but the NFL is very inconsistent on how they're giving out like these suspensions or whatever. And he said he gave like different examples with Brian Branch. I think he had like a hit or whatever. That he also gave like Kareem Jackson, stuff like that.
Kareem Jackson has never got a 3-game suspension. He's been fined like 7 times for hits to the head. They literally write him letters like, "Yo, watch it, or the fines are gonna get steeper." And he does it again the next week. Never a 3-game suspension.
Yeah.
Shoot, 2 of the hits that took out Chris Olave this year. Way worse than that.
Way worse than
no suspensions.
Definitely that second one. That second
one
was fucking.
Bro, it's because they apologized immediately after they did it, bro. You're supposed to apologize, then get jumped, okay? Damn.
Yeah. Shire didn't even get a chance to apologize because he immediately got jumped.
I'm sorry.
But that was the right thing to do too. Like, of course, you want to see that for your quarterback. I mean,
facts.
Hey, man, it is what it is. But we're gonna run through these picks real quick from the week, hit a commercial break, and then we got a little funny segment next up where we're gonna get on each other ass. But that is crazy. But yeah, man, this past week, Thanksgiving, Turkey Day. So we gave out some picks on the podcast last Tuesday in preparation for the Thursday games. We went positive. You know, we were right there on some that could have hit. But I'll start first with me. I told y'all, I literally locked it in as soon as I seen the lines drop Monday night after the Monday Night Football game. The forecast was 17 degrees in Green Bay. Tua hasn't won a game when it's under 40 degrees in his career. Tua didn't even play bad. So this ain't even no diss at Tua. But the Dolphins are one of the biggest front-running teams in NFL history. When they're up, it looks great because they can do all their gadget plays, do all their home run plays. When they got to play actual football, they're garbage. So I had to fade them. Packers -3 was never a question. Dolphins, the Tua, we're going to change the narrative.
Shit.
Yeah, I tried to warn you.
Cam. That was your sudden surprise. I'm over here looking at the screen like, where that shot for Cam? You shot 3 X's. Oh god.
But yeah, man, they're not good, bro. They're not good, and they've been beaten up on a few cupcake teams. They then went to me like, yeah, we're coming back. We're still in this thing. No. And LJ ladder leadership was watching. We're gonna talk about that. They've been moved on the ladder. But yeah, Jordan Love over 1.5 passing touchdowns. He's hitting this at a 70% clip on the season. Easy cashed it in the first half. And then, like I said, I did try to fade Tua. So props to him. He went over 244.5. But again, too little, too late. So I went Oh, I had Tracy too under 64.5. The one time, the Dallas Cowboys defense could actually hold someone under on the rushing all
Man, hell
season.
no, bro. Because I was going against him in fantasy, and he was making that game too close, wide open. I'm like, who is this dude? I didn't even know him.
But I went 3-1 on Thanksgiving, and then Cam, you can go ahead and talk about your 2 picks. Fortunately, they didn't hit. But what happened there?
Jameer Gibbs, he had 2 receptions. He finished the game with 2 receptions, whatever. I was literally begging for just pause, one more reception. Yeah, that was crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy. I ain't gonna lie, it was crazy. That was crazy. That was crazy. That was crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy. I will admit it. That was pretty. That was insane.
For it.
That was crazy. That was pretty crazy.
Oh
that was insane. Hey, I don't know if y'all seen it, but Gibbs posted like a picture of like all like the protection QB protection.
Yeah,
shit, like,
I saw that. Bro, come on now. You can't be that slow, dog.
He might be in the doghouse after that because it was like
Campbell didn't
everything.
even know.
He didn't even know. It was like everything though. So yeah, then James Williams, whatever, he finished with like 20-something, 30-something, whatever.
28 receptions.
But he had like 5 receptions, and so I'm like, bro, like
usually when he get that, he getting at least 6.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So it was just too bad plays.
Yeah, the crazy thing is you could go back to these props this week. I bet they hit.
I bet they hit. I bet you they hit. They got Green Bay this week, huh?
Yeah.
That's a good game. Thursday night?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Y'all want an early pick?
Who you got?
I'm on Packers +3, man. I think
Packers.
It's not even that. It's really not a short week since they both played on Thursday last week. But Lions, they just got hella injuries now on defense, and it's like that's just hard.
What was the spread?
+3 Packers at plus money too.
That game is in Detroit.
Yeah, +105. But I think the Packers are rolling right now, and Lions have been struggling recently. Bro. I think Packers get them.
Take the under, bro.
Oh, divisional game on a Thursday night?
Take the under, bro. Take the under. On a Thursday night.
I wonder if it's going to be high scoring.
I would think that when the season first started, but ever since Bryce pointed out that divisional stuff, bro, it's like every game that be divisional be under. It don't make no sense.
The teams that be knowing you the best, man.
Right.
Cowboys -3.5 for you, Chris.
Yep.
You bet against yourself. You wanted them to lose, but you could. It was too easy to not.
It was it was too obvious. It was just too obvious. I was like, bro, they gonna you could show the clear, bro. They gonna get that, bro. Like, I thought Drew Lock was gonna play better, though. I will say that. I was very surprised.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna play better too.
He did not play well at all.
I think
Malik Neighbors played well.
Yeah, but I think that's more of a testament to just how much of a dumpster fire the Giants are right now. I think Drew Lock is better than that. But
Cam had a good week.
Yeah. So we posted those as the official podcast plays week. This week was a little different because Thanksgiving, everybody traveling, doing all that. So we didn't have time to do everything like we usually do. And I had to apologize because for some reason, and I've been talking with the people there, my Moneyline Go account was not letting me post plays. So I actually just posted all of these on Twitter, but these were supposed to be our Moneyline plays for the week. So we're working through that. It seems to be fixed. We're trying to iron out a few more kinks, but like I said, I gave them out on Twitter. So if y'all don't follow us on Moneyline Go, follow us on Twitter. Like we say this every y'all. There's no excuse for you not to get our play. Literally one guy, shout out to him. He DM'd us like, "Yo, where the plays at?" And I was like, you know what? I'm struggling right now to try to get him something to write, but just for the fact you asked, I sent him all of our plays in the DM. Like I have them. Because he was there waiting. So, like, our plays are accessible if you truly want them. But, yeah, I have Mahomes.
Turn the notifications on. Turn the notifications
on, man. We're trying to win your money. Another positive week. It was a slim positive week, but winning week is a winning week. But I have Mahomes pass yards. Ever since we got DeAndre Hopkins, Mahomes is literally playing like a top 5 QB by every QB metric. It's just the fact we don't have a left tackle. But he completely cleared this. Xavier Worthy, I wish I would have bet more on it. he actually had a really good game, and he hit his over. And then, hey man, I thought the one time I could bet on the Bengals this year would be them coming off a bye week, literally with the last chance, back against the wall, playoff hopes on the line, and they let Pittsburgh walk into the house and hang 44 on them. And yeah, this season is over. It's Jamar Chase might have one of the worst takes all year when at the beginning of the year when he told that reporter in the locker room, yeah, we know we're the team to beat in the AFC. No, you are the team that gets beat in the AFC all year. And they will not be making the playoffs, and they'll probably be under a completely new coaching staff next year and a whole new team, the way that owner operates. And then Philly, Baltimore, I felt like this one with the two offenses, I felt like I just couldn't go under because I felt like if I went under and it went over, I would just feel like a dummy, given it's two of the best offenses in the league right now. But sure enough, it went under. So I'll take the L on that one. That's a L. But yeah, man, 2-2, bit negative there. But the podcast plays I gave out for Thanksgiving, positive there. So positive on the week for me, and then Cam also split 2-2. So go ahead and talk about yours, man.
The Hawks money line. Easy money, dog.
Y'all don't even know what he's talking about, but y'all find out soon.
Stop hating on them, man.
They suck. They suck. I'm doubling down.
Quadrupling down at this point. But Gino not writing back, huh? Yeah.
What's called? So you got that done. Then, Nico. That was like 84.5. I was like, that's too easy. Which is crazy. 84.5, easy for him. Like, versus the Jags, he's going to kill them every single time he plays them. He had like 119, 120, whatever. Sad he ain't get no touchdown, but it is what it is. Chuba, he ain't get an anytime touchdown, which was sad. He fumbled in the overtime, whatever.
Chuba sold everybody this week, bro.
Yeah, it was sad to see. Very sad scene to see. AJB, I was expecting him to go crazy this game. Game plan wasn't really, give him the ball type-ish. So, he didn't cover some.
You know what's even worse, dog? Because he finished with 66. He got 44 yards in one drive. And it's like, oh, it's going to be one of them days for them. And then they just never went back to him. I don't know what Sirianni be doing sometimes, but hey, it is what it is. And then Swan had the best day of us all. He had Cardinals plus 3.5. Should have been a straight up win if the Cardinals ain't choked that mess. Will Levis under 231.5 pass rush yards. That was easy. And then Bucky Irving. Did y'all see Bucky Irving though? I wish I would have bet him instead of Hubbard on my parlay because
that Bucky Irving is crazy because I don't know if y'all remember I used him as one of my MLG picks when it was like 32.5, and like it's gone up every week. Like I would not bet that because he was not doing that when I was first watching him. Now that's crazy.
He really taking the running back one role.
He is.
Rashad White, and
he had like 20-some carries, didn't he? Yeah, like 20-some carries.
He got his career high this week over. I think what was it? I think it was like. I think he eclipsed 150 rushing yards.
Like
stuff. He
that's good for him, bro.
Yeah, let me see.
He's a good player.
Oh yeah, he was caught up. Yeah, 152 rushing yards on 25 carries and a touchdown. Yeah. So he literally that was rushing and receiving prop to Cam did, but he cleared it and rushing alone, and he had 33 reception yards on top of that. So he absolutely balled out. And that was versus Carolina. Saquon has got Carolina coming up. And, I don't know, Kim. we'll touch on that soon. But
oh my God, he's gonna get 300 yards.
The one Miss Swan did have was Drake May under 255.5. Drake May actually been playing pretty good given the talent level in New England. But we finished 7-5 on the money line goal. So again, it was slim, But hey, we were positive for the week. Can't complain about a positive week. Beggars can't be choosers. So again, another positive week. We have not had one negative week at all this year. We're gonna keep it going. And as the record sits headed into 14,
Ooh.
151 and 103 plus 54 units, man.
Cam, we only gonna go as far as you let us, bro.
Yeah,
we
Cam,
we're only as good as the worst person on the team.
look, Cam, I need you to lock in this week. You can do this. You better than this.
I'm locked in. I need the Lord to deliver me from
Deliver me from bad things.
from bad things. I need the Lord to deliver
Oh
from bad
God,
things.
that was one of the most Jameis Winston games of Jameis Winston
Oh
games
my God.
all time, man, all time.
You
But
almost throw for 500 and 4
yeah.
touchdowns,
He
3 touchdowns, whatever. And
Yeah.
Oh my
That's
God.
because I can tell he wasn't caring though. You know, he for the team. He don't care about that. I'm just gonna bring it down there. You gonna catch it.
Hey, man,
Crazy.
it is what it is. But on the flip side, man, that was our NFL Week 13 picks recap. We're about to hit a commercial break, and then we got a fun segment on the flip side of this break. But we're going to be touching on a few times where I Need a Sports Pod was very, very wrong about this NFL season. And we're going to get a chance to get on each other's, case.
I
You
wasn't
know,
wrong. I was never wrong.
no, you're wrong, bro. You're wrong. But y'all see you on the flip side of this break. We'll catch you on another 40 seconds. Peace.
You're watching the I Need It Sports Podcast Show, your go-to spot for everything NFL. Going live on Sunday evenings and recording episodes every Tuesday night so you can catch the latest game breakdowns and hot takes leading into the upcoming NFL week. Missed the action? No worries. Check out segment clips on Wednesday through our YouTube and TikTok and catch the full episodes dropping every Thursday morning on YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts at INISPOD. Follow us and stay in the game all week long. I Need It.
Okay, you get a dub with the Giants.
All right, man. So this is where I Need a Sports Podcast was wrong. We are men of our words. We tell y'all when we come out with some of these predictions. If we wrong, we gonna own up to it. Cause it's on the web forever. So you can't run from it. You can't hide from it. Up next, we got a compilation of 3 of our most wrong picks to date this year for the 2024-25 NFL season. At the end of the year, we're gonna drop another one with all of them because we got a bunch. We were right a lot too.
I know. I said
Don't get it twisted.
shit.
But we said some crazy stuff, so we're gonna dive into some of the crazy stuff because we was talking about it in the group chat today, and it was kind of funny because we were some people. I'm not gonna name any names. Were trying to say, no, I ain't say that. We went back and watched the film. Yeah. You did say that. You did say that. So first up, man, we got Chris with his predictions on for the Seahawks. This NFL.
Detroit. Okay, you get a dub with the Giants. You get San Francisco. You get Atlanta. You get Buffalo. You get the Rams. You get San Francisco again. Then Arizona. Then the Jets. Like they really set up to go 4-13 this season. When you look at it. When you look at it,
Ron, if you watch this, I'm gonna clip it for you. Just
bro, and it's not. Here's the sad part: is you're right. Like they definitely have the tools in DK and JSN and Charbonnet. The problem is Geno. Don't let him fool you, bro. Do not let him fool you, bro.
Wrong.
Bro, I sounded crazy when I said it. You can't think about it today. You gotta think about it at the time.
This was our week 2 show, y'all.
This is week
We're
2,
talking
yeah.
about pretenders are contenders because at that point, Sam Darnold was looking good, Seahawks were looking good, and Chris was very bold in saying the Seahawks are not a good football team.
They played like the Patriots. They played the Patriots and somebody else that was sorry.
Yeah.
So I was like,
hey, in this league, all that matters is W's and L's. If you're getting W's, hey man, that's all you can do. Chris said they would only win 4 games. Currently, the Seahawks sit atop the NFC West at 7-5.
+-3, bro. +-3.
And they're looking like they're in prime position to make the playoffs and be the NFC West champ. So, Chris, can you apologize, brother? I'm Chris of I Need a Sports Podcast, and I was wrong with the Seahawks. Gino fooled you, Chris. Gino
Bruh.
fooled you.
I was
You
not
wrote him
saying-
off. He ain't right back, Chris.
I was wrong, bro. I was wrong.
It's okay.
They gonna suck next year though.
Oh.
Yeah, 2025 they gonna suck. Yeah,
Oh,
all right.
yeah.
Remember that.
Okay. We'll save it. I'll put it in the archives right now. We'll come back to this next year. Seahawks start the season 8-0 or some shit. But next up, man. This is me, yo. I probably my shit was probably the worst out of this video right here. I'm not even gonna lie. But I'm just gonna let the clip roll. It's the last thing I say that I'm wrong about. And Cam was he'd been trying to talk me out of it all season. I might like I'm saying this, of course, and they are taking the only playoff spot in the AFC North. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm telling y'all, come back to this, at the end of the year. If it don't happen, like I'm saying this, of course, I'm a joke on myself. But one of my bold, predictions of the year, Baltimore Ravens, the only team out the AFC North to make the AFC playoffs. Cincinnati finishes third. Mike Tomlin has a losing season. It's all.
Yeah, that was so definitive.
All about to happen, man. I'm telling y'all, I need a sports podcast. Y'all heard it here first.
Y'all heard it here first. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. I don't know what I was smoking that day. Mike Tomlin, a losing season. Oh shit. Yeah, I was way off, y'all. This was our predictions episode right before the first week of the season. I will say though, in our AFC North video, when I was talking about the Steelers, I was saying the beginning of the season, if they can go like 6-2, 7-2, or 6-3, the first like 8 or 9 games of the year, they would be in good shape, and they did that. It's just when we did our predictions video a couple weeks later, and I went through and I was like, I don't see the Steelers being good because I didn't believe in Arthur Smith. But Russell Wilson being back in there has helped them a lot. I still wasn't believing in them these last couple weeks, but they're winning football games. That defense, top tier, TJ Watt causing turnover after turnover. He should be a shoo-in for Defensive Player of the Year. Mike Tomlin literally does not have losing years, 18 years in a row now, so my own dumbass fault for even saying that mess. I might be right, for the 1 year what happened, that is not this year. Next year is I'm not.
I still don't believe in him, Bryce. I ain't jumping off the train yet. I still don't believe.
I mean, I won't say I fully believe in them, but they can make some noise in the AFC this year, given what the current field looks like. And as long as you got a defense playing like that and Russell Wilson taking care of the ball, and they can put up points, they got an opportunity, man. They got an opportunity to at least be in the AFC Championship game. I don't know if I would still. I'm not ready to make leap and say, oh, they can make it to Super Bowl. I still don't necessarily believe that. But given the right matchups, I can see them in the AFC Championship game. And from there, it's anybody's game. So, yeah, I was wrong. I'm sorry, Mike Tomlin. Sorry, Pittsburgh fans. If there's any Pittsburgh fan watching, DM us. Send me a terrible towel. I'll bring it on to the next show or something. But my apologies. I was dead wrong on that one. But hey, I was right about the Bengals.
You know what's crazy about the video you finna play of Cam? Is that there's like 6 or 7 other clips that you could use.
No, it ain't, bro. No, it ain't,
wrong,
bro.
But that's what I said. Y'all wait till
No,
the end
it
of the year.
ain't,
I'm gonna
bro.
compile a lot of the clips.
Oh my god.
No, it's not, bro.
Yeah, we said a lot wrong. He said a lot wrong.
Starting with Aaron
But
Rodgers.
for this one for Cameo, this is literally from last week's podcast. So if y'all tuned in, I know y'all remember this one. 6 games. No, that's what you're going with.
600 yards, 6 games.
That's what he got to get. He had 1392, so technically 608 yards.
There's just no way he doesn't run for under 100 yards in any game. Like that's gonna happen. Like it just is.
Barring any injury, like this is if he stays healthy.
Okay.
I'm telling you right now, he's not running for 100 versus Ravens.
Clip. Okay.
He's not.
Yeah.
He's not.
The silence was so loud. I was waiting on Bryce to say something. He was just quiet.
Oh my god! So this is
Man.
actually what sparked this whole video idea. We were talking in the group chat earlier, and Cam was like, "Man, I said he wouldn't get under 125." He was like, "No, you said 100." And then later in that video, I didn't add the clip just to throw extra salt in the wound. I spared him. He did try to backtrack. He was like, "No, I say 125." But then we literally got on his ass, and he was like, "Okay, no, 100. He's not getting 100." He tripled down on that. Saquon Barkley finished with 107 this week. He is very much on pace to get 2K. So, Cam, it's time to say your apology. And, hey, I'll even give you the opportunity. 5 games left in the year. Saquon only needs 493 rushing yards. And as long as the Eagles are in contention for first place, it looks like he should be playing every game. He's got a game against the Panthers left. He's got a game against the Giants left. He's got another game versus the Cowboys left. He's got another game versus the Commanders.
Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Saquon getting 2K, brother? Because last week, no, man, it's hard. I don't see it.
I want to apologize for what I said last week. 493
In 5 games.
5 games. It's gonna be tough, but if anyone can do it, it's Saquon. If anyone can do it, it's Saquon behind the offensive line. I can see that.
Thank you, man. See, Cam thought we were crazy. He even argued us down again. Then he's like, nobody's saying the Ravens couldn't hold him under 100. We were just saying, really, our whole me and Chris' argument was he's getting to 2,000 based off like what he's doing. This year.
Even if he had 50 against the Ravens,
Yeah.
he was gonna have 150 against Carolina.
If you don't get it, I don't want to get clipped. I don't want to get clipped.
Oh, if he don't get it, if Saquon does not get 2,000, okay, we gotta put some caveats down though. If he plays every single game from here on out, like they don't sit the last week of the season, I believe, and I think Chris believes as well, like we said last podcast, he's getting 2K yards. So if he plays every single game and he doesn't get that, I will clip this. We will come right back on the podcast, and me and Chris will apologize to you because we were wrong.
Bro,
But
I'm not
if
gonna
he
apologize
gets
if it's like 1987, like
No, he gotta
Nah,
get the 2K. He gotta get it. He gotta get it. He gotta get it.
You can't do that. You can't do that. No, you can't
I'll
do
apologize. If he get 1999, I'll come on here and apologize.
hell nah.
Nah, you can't.
I will, because I honestly think he's gonna break Dickerson's record this year.
Yeah, I don't even think he need all the games to do it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, it only take a good 200 200-yard game. It's very possible with him.
It's definitely possible.
That's just if he's gonna want to do it, because he
Yeah.
got problems. He don't want to do the individuals.
Yeah, if he gonna be a good teammate and not take the carries, but if they give him the ball like they should, he's getting it. So if he don't get it, I'll come on here and apologize, Cam. But yes, brother, you were very wrong. We're glad that you're over here on the side of common sense now, watching Saquon do his thing. And I'm just saying, man, I think like if he gets 2K, cool. If he doesn't get the record, then yeah, he doesn't get MVP. But if he breaks that Eric Dickerson record, I do not care about all the people who are going to sit up here and say, well, Eric Dickerson did it in 16 games and OJ Simpson did it in 14 games. Okay, that's the past. If Saquon Barkley breaks the single season record that has stood the test of time, basically, in NFL history, he needs to get MVP. If not, this offseason, make it a QB only award. Or make a QB best QB award. And make the MVP truly MVP. Because it used to mean the MVP, you was doing some truly historical shit. Based on the context of the season.
So
Bills
fans just did though. It looked good.
It looked good, but
It
still,
looked good.
he's on pace to break no records this year.
I know. I'm
He's
just
having
saying.
a really good year. That's no knock on him. And Bills fan, if you're watching this, Bills Mafia, because you're gonna be like, well, that was the president set last year. No, the hell it was not. Josh Allen didn't even finish top 3 in MVP voting. Lamar did not steal it from him. He was never going to win it. He led the league in turnovers. And when y'all got good, it was because you started taking the ball out of his hands and handing it to James Cook. Lamar literally played the best football against the best teams. Every single game, they played the top team. Built to ass, and he played phenomenal. That's why he won MVP. Each season has its own context. So yes, Bills, y'all have every right to be salty if Josh Allen does not win MVP this year because the team is good and Josh Allen's good when everybody wrote them off, except me, because, I'm going to do a compilation where we got things right too. I called Josh Allen win the MVP. Yeah, I did because I saw it exactly this way playing out. But if Saquon breaks the NFL rushing record, that is MVP stuff. Like, what are we talking about at that point?
Honestly, shit, the Bills Mafia shouldn't even want him to get MVP.
Oh, that's what I've been preaching. But let him have it. Let him have it. Let him have it.
Because you know about that. That's that.
I've even been seeing some of them say McDermott deserves to be in the running for Coach of the Year. But every time they lose in the playoffs, whose fault is it? Because it's not Josh Allen's fault. It's McDermott's.
Yeah.
I'm saying, Bills Mafia, keep that energy come playoff time. Because when y'all lose, y'all won't want to see me. I'm gonna be on this podcast with the receipts. But yeah, man, that is where I Needed Sports podcast was wrong. Like I said, we're gonna try to get together a compilation of where we were wrong for a lot of these season takes and where we were right, because we got a fair amount that we was right too. But yeah, man, very funny to look back at some of the crazy things we said. Some, way back in the beginning of the season, looking back with hindsight now seems crazy, and then stuff, some saying stupid things such as last week when all the footage is there to know better. But yeah, man. Unfortunately, we don't got Swan on, but I got some stuff for Swan too. Don't let him fool you. Remember, he jumped off the Eagles bandwagon and said the Commanders were gonna win the division. Now he all back on his Eagles.
Yeah.
He said that. So, hey. It is what it is, man.
You remember when Cam said Jaden Daniels was better than CJ Stroud?
He was this year. He's playing better for sure.
You said that early too.
No, that was like 2 weeks ago.
Nah.
It really was 2 weeks ago because that's when he
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's when he came in pissed. I think was that after what game? That wasn't the Lions game. It was the game after that. Who'd y'all play last week?
That was Titans.
The Titans game, yeah. After the Titans game, he came on here and said that.
Ain't no way. He had been said that, bro.
No, he'd been on the Jaden Daniels hype train, but that was the time where he finally said CJ Stroud. Because I got the TikTok of it. That's when he said CJ Stroud.
Bro, I could have sworn he said it before that. Because I could have sworn he had said it when Washington was hot at first, before we started calling them frauds.
He was just on the Jaden McDaniels Rookie of the Year Washington worst to first hype train, which he was looking like a good prediction.
Yeah, he ain't winning no more. It's Bo Nix to lose for sure now.
I don't know. It really depends on it, honestly, because Rookie of the Year isn't a QB award. At least it hasn't been.
You want to say Brock Bowers?
Brock Bowers.
Yeah.
He about to go for 1,300 and 100 receptions, dog.
I hope they do that. It's just nobody paying attention to that. That's the problem.
And he's on a bad team.
Yeah.
They might factor that, but
I mean, y'all got a glimpse of it this week.
He's insane,
cooked my Chiefs.
Bro. He's insane.
10 for 140 and a touchdown. And some of that
if they get a quarterback,
ain't that been the issue? Like, bro, he don't want to go there, bro. He don't want to go there.
It's too much money not to, bro.
I would hate, would you still hate on them if they got like Cam Ward or Shador?
I'm always hating to play the Raiders. I mean, it would make it fun. It would make it fun because right now, I mean, we got the best division in football.
Yeah, y'all division is pretty good.
So, hey, when we continue to win, it just add to the story.
Who am I missing?
What you mean?
Broncos,
and the Chargers, and
the Chargers. There,
all three of us are about to make the playoffs.
Yes, I hate the Chargers.
Yeah, Chargers 9-4, Broncos 8-5. Like And coming into the year, nobody thought that was going to happen. Like people thought
No.
Chargers were
Hell
better,
no.
but nobody thought the Broncos was for real going to do what they were doing. So
Well, they didn't start off the year like they was for real. Remember, I bet the Raiders against them, and I lost that 7-leg bomb. Oh, I should have known.
oh yeah,
right
that's
then and there.
what you got on Darius.
God, that would hurt, bro.
Oh, man. But luckily for y'all, some of what we're talking about right now, louder leadership, we discussed in our meeting yesterday. So y'all already know what time it is, man. Y'all already know what time it
Cowboys
is.
back on.
Hell no. There were some teams
That'd be
added to the eliminated list, man. But yesterday, you know, in the parking lot of a Sonic with a chili cheese coney,
He
and
always
some
eats when he
slushies.
do this.
Chili cheese coney crazy.
He's literally always eating when he does this, bro. It's always.
It's
food.
not just me. Leadership had some tater tots, some cheeseburgers. We had everything when we discussed this.
The glizzy crazy.
We went over the game film,
When
you
Tater
know.
Tot, open your mouth.
played some of Kendrick Lamar's new album, Mustard, and LJ's Ladder headed into week 14. It was creative, man. So let's get right into this, dog. All right, man. So welcome to the eliminated tier. I'm sorry, San Francisco fans. I'm sorry, Cincinnati fans. I'm sorry, Miami fans. But yes, you guys are now a part of the eliminated tier. Miami, you're front runners. You can't win versus good teams. You can't win in the cold. That's not a recipe for success in January. Cincinnati, I told y'all coming into this year, too much going around that organization, not paying your best players. Joe Burrow coming off an injury, losing key defenders. The Super Bowl window is closed for the current roster and current coaching staff. Hopefully y'all can replace and reproduce, but as of right now, it's not looking good in San Francisco. That Super Bowl hangover, a motherfucker. I tried to tell y'all. It has not been right from the very start of the season. Some of the same stuff, not paying their top players, injuries. Granted, they have some off-the-field issues that are truly heartbreaking. Prayers out to Travis Ward, his family, Trent Williams, his family, Pearsall getting shot before the season. That's stuff you can't control. But the on-the-field product, it's been awful. So for that, yeah, all these teams are moved off the eliminated tier. They will not be making the playoffs this year. First rung, 401k. As in, it is time for retirement, Matthew Stafford and Kirk Cousins. The game has passed you by. Yes, you were two good quarterbacks. Matthew Stafford, Hall of Fame, Super Bowl winning QB. Kirk Cousins, a very good game manager. But at 35 years old, coming off an Achilles injury, and what they're saying is rumored to be some more injuries that you're not even disclosing this year, which wouldn't surprise us. As you've seen in the quarterback show, he was going through injuries that year and didn't say nothing. He's not getting it done. It might be Michael Penix Jr. time if Atlanta wants to try to save their season. And with LA and Stafford, it just don't look right, man. He just looks old at times, and that's okay. He's done everything he needed to do. Like I said, Hall of Fame certified, but it's time to cash in that 401k, go get them pensions, boys, and sit on the couch for the rest of the time. The game has passed you by. Next rung, man. Cardinals are just like that annoying ass relative that just get on your last damn nerve, no matter what they do. 1 week they winning games, you like, why are y'all winning this game? I would have never thought y'all would win this game. Okay, I might start to believe you. Next week, he's like, how the hell are you blowing this game? It's like, y'all know how to get on our last nerve. Everybody has that relative, whether it be a cousin, a sibling, a parent, a grandparent. Everybody has that one in their family that no matter what they do, they know how to get under your skin like no other. That is the Cardinals to the NFL. Because they're gonna hang around, beat you in games that you never see coming, and then they'll lose in the most mind-blowing fashion. It's like, bro, what can we expect from this team week in, week out? Next rung, Mike Evans' legacy. Only thing the Bucs are playing for, truthfully, Mike Evans, 1,000-yard streak. 5 games left. He needs 479 receiving yards. Obviously, he missed quite a bit of time with the hamstring, but all he's got to do is average a little over 90 yards for the rest of the way, and he's gonna hit it. Baker's gonna feed him. Bake Show, he's gonna fight till his last breath. But at the end of the day, you can't really, expect much from these Buccaneers. They're still in contention for first place in the division due to the Falcons' downfall. and they probably make the playoffs as a wild card at that point. But they're not going anywhere from there. But it's sure is some fun football, and it'll be awesome to see Mike Evans continue that streak and continue to build his legacy because it's Hall of Fame, no doubt. Next run. I mean, the Vikings, they're 9-2. I know Sam Darnold, but they're 9-2. I mean, the Seahawks, Chris, I know they're supposed to go 4-13, but they're 7-5. I mean, Geno ain't. I mean, damn, they're here. They're not going nowhere. They're probably gonna make the playoffs. I know people don't want to believe in them, myself included, but I mean, they're here. What can we do? They're gonna make the playoffs. The Vikings are literally 10-2 now. Like damn. I know it's Sam Darnold. I know we can't really count them, but they're 10-2. The Seahawks. I know Geno ain't right back, but sometimes he do right back. But he got him in first place in the NFC West. So, hey, I mean, that's how we feel about those two teams. Next run. You know, we came into the season saying, and I warned Cam, you know, everybody loved CJ coming off his rookie year. Everybody loved the Texans. They were the new hot thing on the block. But you know what comes with all that new territory? You become a villain because people start to hate you because so many people like you. So you already had that brewing, the CJ Stroud sophomore slump. Now throw on the Shire stuff on top of it this week.
I love it.
You are the new villain of the NFL, second to the Chiefs. Jacksonville fans are all across social media saying the Texans just became the most hated team in the division. Not the fact that y'all whooped them the last 7 times in Jacksonville, but this right here this weekend. You're the most hated team now. You are a new villain. Welcome to your villain era, Cam. Love to see it. Let's see how y'all respond, man. But Texans are the new villain. Next run. House money. No one and their mama expected both of these teams to be playoff teams coming into this year. Rookie quarterbacks with a lot of questions. Bo Nix, 7 years in college. Everybody's like, oh, no way he's gonna win with Denver. Myself included, I said it. Washington, Jaden Daniels. Oh, he's not built for the NFL. He's 130 pounds. He's gonna die running. Both of these teams sit at 8-5 and currently have a very good chance of making the playoffs. Now, there is a chance that both of them can fall out of the playoff race. It's going to be a little bit harder for Washington because the NFC is so stacked. But again, no one expected them to be here at this point in the season. So right now, they're just playing with house money. They got nothing to lose. So it's all free game from here on out. And these two are balling. And they're both in the running for Rookie of the Year. And both these teams look like they got a bright future ahead of them. Next run. Honestly, for these two teams, nothing matters in the regular season. I'm sorry. The only way they can prove anybody or anything wrong is come postseason, they have to rewrite their narrative. For Baltimore, Lamar, you got to rewrite the narrative of your playoff performance. You got to win in the playoffs. That means you have to, at the very least, make it back to the AFC Championship game. And the only way you get a valid excuse from us at LJ Ladder Leadership is if you lose to the Chiefs, because everybody does that. But if it's not the Chiefs you're playing, you have to win every playoff game you're in. You're arguably in the running for your third MVP. You've had some of the best teams over the last couple of years and haven't gotten done. You've got to get it done this year because it's all on you. And for the Chargers, yes, you have Harbaugh. Yes, you are in a rebuild. But Justin Herbert is a $250 million paid quarterback. Justin Herbert is supposed to be a top 5 quarterback in the league. But it's always, what if this? What if that? If they make the playoffs, given your last playoff performance, Justin Herbert blowing a 27-0 lead, you got to rewrite the narrative, brother. I'm sorry. That's how it goes. Quarterbacks have to win in January. If not, what are we talking about here? So, like I said, regular season does not matter for these two teams until they rewrite their narrative in the playoffs. But both teams should make it as of right now. Next round, wild card nightmare. These are the two teams you do not want to see your team match up against wild card weekend. The Packers and the Steelers. Green Bay, you match up with them wild card weekend, you're like, golly. On one hand, Jordan Love could throw us 3 interceptions that could change the game. On one hand, Jordan Love could throw for 5 touchdowns on us and blow us out the stadium just like that. For the Steelers, it's like, on one hand, maybe they let Russ cook a little too much and the Steelers lose. On the other hand, TJ Watt single-handedly wrecks the game, and next thing you know, your players have booked their flights to Cancun and you're waiting until 2025 to cheer on your NFL team again. They are the wild card nightmare. You do not want to see these teams round one because they are that dangerous and they are well-rounded teams on all 3 facets of the game. Next rung, Yeah, I had to do it to my Chiefs. We got bumped down another rung. You got to win some games in some more defining fashion. And right now, the only thing that we can be hopeful for is DJ Humphries, the left tackle we signed a couple weeks ago. He's coming back off a torn ACL. Was really good when he was healthy last year with the Cardinals. But like I said, he's coming back off an ACL. He don't even got to be that much better. He just got to be better than Wanya Morris, who might literally be the worst left tackle in the NFL right now. So when we get DJ Humphries, we'll see how it looks then. But if no improvements show, then we start to really worry. But if he can even play just half better than Wanya Morris, Chiefs are going to start rolling because the plays are there. We just don't have the blocking. Patrick Mahomes cannot stay in the pocket, and he can't make the throws that are needed to be made when the time is there. And so, yeah, we're just Humphries hopeful right now, man. Hopefully he is good, but that'll be to be determined. Next rung. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. Hey, this Eagles team looking a lot like that 22 team. Jalen Hurts taking care of the ball, doing what he's got to do to win the games. Running game, amazing, except this time it's not Miles Sanders. It's the best running back in the league, Saquon Barkley, who might break the record. A.J. Brown is healthy. Gonna get Devontae Smith back healthy. The defense is balling. Did y'all see DeJean this week? Henry?
Yeah.
Top 5 secondary in the league. This Eagles team is scary. The only thing that stands in the way is Sirianni. But if he can stay out the way enough, this could very likely be another run like we seen in 2022 for the Philadelphia Eagles, and it might end in the Super Bowl this time. Arguably, they look like the best team in the NFL right now, but we know who still sits atop the rung as of last week, man. If not now, when? Lions. This is one of the best seasons ever. It sucks because you're kind of getting a little injury riddled right now. But if not now, when will you truly win? The franchise has been in such poverty, and it's like, y'all are playing so well, belt to ass on everybody. Even winning the games you're not supposed to win. Close, like the Bears last week, the Texans a couple weeks ago. The Bills, this was supposed to be a rebuild. Josh Allen was supposed to regress, but he's played his best year yet. The defense is really great. McDermott is a coach of the year candidate. So if not now, when? Because the Chiefs don't look good. The Ravens don't look good. You don't got to worry about the Bengals, who Joe Burrow always beats the Bills. Not now, win, Bills Mafia. Not now, win, Detroit. You got to win it right now. That is LJ's ladder headed into week 14. How we do?
I'm glad you put the Texans right above. I mean, I'll be thinking that, like, that division ain't all that. Like, kind of, you there, you do what you're supposed to do. So when that popped, I was like, okay, man, good.
I love the new villain role, man. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I love being the fucking villain. One of my favorite scenes haven't been a villain since I was like a LeBron fan when he was in the Miami Heat days. I haven't been a villain since then. Well, I guess the Astros has been like villains since like the whole scandal thing going on, whatever. But like I would say like LeBron, like that's been like the last true like I embrace the villain role. It's beautiful. I love like just getting on Twitter and people just hating on the I love it. I love it. I love it. Woo, I love it.
So here it is. We now 14 for 14. I didn't hear no objections.
I got none.
I can't believe it. Seahawks.
Can't believe it either, but I mean,
crazy, bro.
Gino not trying to write back anytime soon, and the way that division is looking, who knows? But that is LJ's ladder headed into week 14. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. But with that is the NFL Week 13 recap from the I Need It Sports podcast. We'll be giving out picks back on our regularly, scheduled programming Thursday.
Bro.
But, what?
You had a 40 burger.
Oh, Watkins?
Yes, bro.
Versus who?
I don't know. It was 94-52. But it don't matter, bro. It's 40 buckets. We know that Cam Thomas, bro. Buckets is buckets.
Hey, yeah, you're right. Buckets is buckets, man. But hey, man, that was the NFL Week 13 recap. Like I said, picks will be posted back on our regular schedule for Week 14. Got everything situated with the money line goal. Do y'all got any early plays y'all want to give out? Anything y'all looked at? I know I gave mine. I'm with the Packers Thursday night. I think if there's any spot for Detroit to lose, it's this week. And also, I need this for my Chiefs because I think the Lions lose this week. It motivates them that much more next week to beat the Bills at home, which I need for my Chiefs to get first place. So, what y'all feeling this week so far?
Bro, I haven't even looked at it. I gotta look at it, but this may be the week to take every Saquon prop possible.
Versus the Panthers at home?
Yeah. May as well start. You gotta start at some point. I didn't want to start last week because it was the Ravens, but
Hey, look, Panthers are playing good ball. Like Bryce
I know.
Young,
I'm telling you, Bryce Young, whatever happened when he got benched, it worked.
It worked, yeah.
I saw y'all said, remember when he got benched, Rod Wade posted a story, Bryce Young called me.
Yeah.
They said, I don't know what he talking about. Hey.
No, that's cool. The offense could be great. The defense is the one that got to stop Saquon.
No, you're right. But Bryce Young in that offense has looked a lot better. And like I said, man, 1 week, Panthers playing with the Chiefs, and everybody's like, oh my God, the Chiefs suck. How are you not staying up with the Panthers? This week, the Panthers forced overtime and should have won the game.
I say that's a good thing though with the Panthers and the Saquon deal is like if they do stay in the game, he's going to have to keep playing. Like there is no let the young guys get they shine. Like F that.
Yeah. It's the spread is plus 12.5, which is really steep.
That's steep.
But Philly's playing really good ball and they're at home. But it'll honestly, like Bryce Young has turned the corner, but this will be the biggest test so far because he's going up against one of the best secondary in the league. So this will be tough for him. I'm excited to see how he fares. I hope he plays good. But yeah, I'm with you. I bet this is the 1 week Saquon's prop. Stupid. It probably started at least 98.5, and it'll probably be over 100 by game time Sunday.
Let me look at it.
Let's see. I can read off some of them right now for you. So Packers Lions Thursday night, Detroit -3. Saints Giants. Saints on the road, but 5-point favorites. Browns at Steelers. That's an interesting one. Divisional game. Pittsburgh -6.5.
Very white.
Kirk Cousins makes his return to Minnesota. Minnesota 5.5-point favorites. Raiders at Bucks. Bucks 6.5-point favorites. Panthers, Eagles, Philly 12-point favorites. Like I said, Jaguars at Titans, Tennessee 4-point favorites. Jets at Dolphins, Miami 6-point favorites. Seahawks at Cardinals, Arizona 2.5-point favorites. I don't know, Chris. You could be right this week. Arizona could bounce back and then win, and then they tied for first in the NFC West. Bills, Rams, Buffalo is 5-point favorites on the road in LA. Bears at 49ers 4.5-point favorites. My Chiefs, we got the Chargers Sunday night at home. We're 3.5. And Monday night to finish it off, Bengals at Cowboys. Bengals are -5 favorites.
Damn, that's crazy. Let's tell you what the league really think about Dallas. They could have made some money off this. They tripping. They should have made us the favorites. Everybody.
If the Bengals lose this one, oh my God.
That's nasty.
If the Bengals lose this one, if I'm Jamar Chase, I'm just sitting out the rest of the season. I'm not even gonna waste another snap and risk getting injured anymore.
It's in Dallas.
It's in Dallas Monday night.
Golly.
This was supposed to be a marquee game, but obviously, you know how the seasons it went. There's not much to look forward to. I'm sure Joe Burrow go for 350 though.
Oh yeah, I got him starting this week. I know better.
I bet that. But yeah, man. I Need a Sports Podcast NFL Week 13 recap wrapping up. We appreciate y'all if y'all listen all the way through. To all the 120 viewers out there right now, if you're watching, please go subscribe to the channel on YouTube at INISPD. If you don't already, follow us on Twitter, our Twitch, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, TikTok. It is the same app. Follow us there for all our content. We post our plays everywhere. We post clips everywhere. Do the podcast here live every Tuesday night at 9 Eastern, 8 o'clock Central. We'll see y'all next week to recap Week 14 and see where we were right, see where we were wrong, and touch on the biggest headlines to come this week, man. Until then, it's Bryce, my dog Cam, my dog Chris, your favorite kids from the neighborhood, signing off. Peace. I need it.